What is bookkeeping? Bookkeeping is the systematic record of transactions with a view to ascertaining the financial position of the business. So, if if you have to know the status of the business, we have to write all the transactions of that business, right? So that we can know easily how the business is going. So that is nothing but the bookkeeping. What? Recording of transactions. Recording of transactions is is helps to know the financial position of the business. Next, what is the next? General. What is general? It's a chronological record of all transactions showing the debit and credit of the accounts as affected by the transactions. In general, we will write all the transactions like we will show the debit and also we will show the credit. We will write all the transactions by showing what are the debit and what comes under the credit. This is the general. The form of a general contains a column LF. What is LF? It's ledger folio. Next, general records each transaction. In general, every transaction, each transaction has to be entered in the general. Next, cash book. What is cash book? The book that keeps records of all cash transactions, that is cash receipts and cash payments, is called a cash book. Its ruling is like a general account. As we have seen already, there is a ledger account and it is divided into two sides. One is the debit, another is the credit. In this cash book, we will write all the cash receipts of the particular all cash transactions and also the all cash payments. Okay, all cash payments. Next, in this slide, we are going to discuss what are the steps we have to follow for balancing the accounts. Okay. Okay, what's the first point? Total the amounts of debit and credit entries in the account. If there is an account, we have to sum the total debits and also sum the total credits. If those are equal, then there is no need of balance. If there is a difference, means if you feel this is debit side and this is credit side. In credit side, there is 1300. In debit side, it is 500. Then if the debit side total is more, here the debit side total is more, right? 200 of difference is there. Put the difference on the credit side amount column by writing the words by balance C by D. In the sense, if debit side is more, we have to write the sentence in the credit side, means opposite direction. What we have to write here? By balance credit side, that what's the amount here? 200. We have to write like this if debit side is more. If the if credit side total is more, in the sense of the reverse, if here, this is another example, this is credit. If here it is 500 and here it is 300, there is a difference of 200. Here the credit side is more, right? So we have to put the difference on the debit side amount. Here debit side, what we have to put? To balance credit side. Means we are balancing the credit side by 200. So wherever is the highest amount, we have to write opposite side by. If debit is more, then we have to write by. Debit is more, we have to write by. If credit is more, we have to write to. Just remember this. After putting the difference in the appropriate side of the account, add both sides of the account and draw a thin line above and below the total. Means, after writing all this, we have to just total the amount. Bring down the debit balance on the debit side by writing the words to balance B by D. Similarly, bring down the credit balance on the credit side by writing the words by balance B by D. That's it. Next, go to the next slide. Here we have to know what is personal in which in transaction, which type of account it is coming. Is it personal, real, or nominal? We have to know what type of account it is going to discuss. After knowing that, we have the rules. Okay, right? In that, we will know how to write the DR and CR ledgers. Okay. Next, move to the next slide. In this, we have already seen, right, personal account, real account, nominal account. We have to know the what we have to know Tra- the transaction which has been given comes under either personal or real or non-real. What comes under personal? Loan to Harry, loan from John, capital account, bank, Tata Iron and Steel Company, any creditors, drawing account. What comes under real account? Land, building, investment, machinery, goodwill, cash in hand, cash at bank, leasehold property, trademark, copyright, patent, all comes under the real account. Normal account, discount allowed, carriage outward, interest paid, discount received, interest received. We have already seen these somewhat in the previous slides, right? Purchase, sales, written inward, written outward, carriage inward. So there are many more. These all comes under those particular accounts, and we have to write what type of account we have to find first. After that, we have to follow the rule. What comes under CR and what comes under DR. Okay, let's move to the next slide. These are the rules of double entry system. So we have to know which type of account is first. So either it's personal or real or nominal. What's the rule of personal account? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Just learn the previous slide and this slide. These two are very important. Okay. Personal account. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. What's the real account? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. What is the nominal? Debit all the expenses and losses, credit all the incomes and gains. Just remember this slide. I'm once again repeating this slide. Personal, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Real, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Debit all the expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains or the nominal account. Hope everyone understood this slide. Now let's move to the next slide. What's petty cash book? What is petty cash book? A petty cash book is one of the subsidiary books in which all the small payments or petty expenses such as convenience, cartage, etc. are recorded. But in this petty cash book, we can record the convenience, small amounts we can write. Okay. A journal is generally kept on a columnar basis. We have already seen that LF ledger portfolio in one of the concepts. It has the following five columns. That is date, particulars, ledger folio, amount the debit, amount also amount in the credit. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Now we are going to discuss entries of every transaction. There are two types of accounts, and we have to find out which comes under DR and which comes under CR. We have to do the entries which come, which mostly these type of questions will be there in the examination. Okay, let's move to the questions. Everyone keep your mind that for every transaction you have to find which type of account it is. In the sense, if either it is personal, if you see the names, then it is personal account, then real account. If you see goods, furniture, some anything, if you see that, then it comes to the real account. Next, like salary, then those comes under the nominal. After finding this, just go to the rules of those accounts, which are very important, so that only we can write the entries perfectly. What's in personal account? Debit the receiver, credit. I will write here. Personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. In real, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Next, in nominal, debit all expenses and losses, and also credit all income and gains. This part is very important. Okay. In here, what we get for every transaction, there are two accounts I have told you. Here we will get purchase goods in the sense of we are purchasing something, so here we will get purchase account, and also we are giving cash for it, so and the another one is cash account. In this we have to find what is dr and what is cr. Purchase account in the sense these comes under the real account, right? Cash account we have seen, here by paying cash in the sense here the main role will comes under the cash. Cash account will comes under the real account, right? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Means what comes in, what we are getting here, goods you are getting. So this is dr. Credit what goes out, what going out, cash is going out. So this is the cr. Let's see the solution. Perfect. Here the purchase account is dr, means what comes in here we are getting the goods. So purchase account is dr of the amount of 6,000, and also cash account cr, means cash, I mean credit goes out, means what we are giving cash here. So it is 6,000. Next, move on to the next question. Paid electricity charges by cash 3,000. Here there are two types of accounts. One is electricity account and the other is cash account. Here we have to find what is dr and what is cr. Let's see the solution. Perfect. Here credit in the sense we are giving the amount to someone, means which going out. So which going out. So this is CR credit, and we are getting electricity for this amount. So this is DR debit. Okay, let's model few more. Sold goods to Sweetie on credit 15,000. Means here there are two types, right? I mean two accounts we have to find. One is Sweetie and the other is selling goods. So here what is the two accounts we have to see, because you have to find which accounts will come, means they may confuse you, like giving sweeties and goods, and also sales goods, I mean sales sweetie, purchase sweetie. Here you will feel that every option is perfect option and those option is the right. But if you think in deep, I mean, if you learn these concepts, then you will know what is the correct answer and what is the perfect solution for it. Here, what type of accounts? Here, Sweetie account and sold goods to Sweetie on credit 15,000. Here, the mentioned credit of 15,000. So, here we will get sales account. Okay. If they haven't mentioned, I mean, they haven't mentioned mm, credit. If they didn't mention the credit, then sales account doesn't come. But they mentioned on credit. So here it will come sales account. Okay. One is the Sweeties account and the other is the sales account. Now, Sweeties account is in which type of account it is? Personal, right? Personal will says debit the receiver, credit the giver, right? So let's see. We have already done right. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Receiver, what? Receiving is DR. Sold goods to Sweetie on credit 15,000. Here Sweetie receiving goods, right? So Sweetie account is, so Sweetie account is, Sweetie is receiving goods. So it's DR and sales. I mean here giving, credit the giver. So this is here for the amount of 15,000. Let's see the solution. Sweetie's account, dear, as Sweetie is receiving goods. So in this personal account, the condition rule is debit the receiver and credit the giver. And also here sales account, which is the credit here. Next question is goods returned to John 5,000. Means here if Here, goods returned to Janu means we have purchased something. We have purchased sweets, feel something goods. Okay, goods only taken. If we are purchasing the goods, but if we expected goods of, we will buy anything of some expectations, right? These goods doesn't satisfy those expectations, then we are going to return these goods. Okay, goods return to Janu means if I have purchased from Janu after feeling that these goods are not of my expectations, so I am going to return these goods. So I am going to return this. What we will get here, if we are buying something, we will get purchase account. But here we are returning it. So here we will get two type of accounts, right? One is Janu account and the other one is returned. They mentioned right. So we will get here purchase return account. Okay, one is Johnny account and the other is purchase return account. What's the condition here? Here, purchase return, Johnny. So in this, purchase return will comes under credit and Johnny account will come under the debit. Sorry guys, debit. Means in this condition, we will know credit what goes out, right? Here purchase return. In the sense, uh, here it is real account. What's the condition here? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Okay. Here purchase return in this Janu. Let's see in this way you will get who are getting goods here. Janu. Janu is getting goods as those are not out of my expectations, right? So Janu is receiving here. So what's coming is DR. Here Janu getting right, so it is debit. What goes out? We are returning the purchaser, so it is credit. So see the solution. Janu account is DR as of 5,000, where Janu account means Janu getting goods means she is receiving something. Purchase return which goes out, where returns are going out. Okay. Hope everyone understood these four questions. They will give very simple question. Write the correct entry of goods returned to Janu 5,000. And they may give like this. And also they may confuse you like for these options they will form four options like Janu account CR and purchase return is DR. And also one more options like purchase return. You feel only purchase account. They may give only not without return also they will give only purchase account. So they may confuse in many ways. So just for every entry just find out the which type of account it is, either personal or real or nominal. After that, first step is very important. If you find which type of account it is, then you will know the condition, right. Please read the rules of everything. Personal real. After knowing the particular account and the rule you will remembered, then it is very easy to apply to the question. Then the marks which you are the questions which you are getting in the examinations will be very easy to crack. Okay, that's it for this session. As we have learned about bookkeeping, okay, we have learned about bookkeeping, ledger, general, what is generaling and what is posting. And also for every transaction there are two types of accounts. We have to find which type of account it is, whether real, personal, nominal. After we have to know the rule, and then we can directly apply to the question, and then we have to mention the CRDA with amounts, and these will be the you will find definitely some questions on this chapter. Questions on this chapter because this chapter is very important. Please, everyone, just go to this chapter and clear the concepts. If you have any query or any doubt in this session, means in this chapter or any session, then please DM on our Telegram channel JIB Boosters. We will clarify your doubts on there. If you like this session, please subscribe our YouTube channel JIB Boosters. Thank you everyone. Keep trust on you and keep confidence on you. Thank you.